Hello everyone, welcome to this training session about this CRM. Okay, our CRM is where we do all the work. This is where we find our customers. This is where we put in our shift. This is where we report the time and the hours we work. And this is where basically we do everything work related, okay, dial to our customers and everything else. Now it is very important to remember that this system is you don't need to download it, you don't need to install anything. This is basically a website which you just log in using your username and password, and then you can start working. Okay, so in this case we're going to use a test account so we can learn how this works. So this is the first screen. This is what you see when you go into the CRM. Let's go over this. First of all, it's important to remember that we have two separate ways of dialing our customers. We have the automatic dialer and we have manual calling. Okay, sometimes we will go that way, sometimes we will go that way. Also depends if the dialer is working properly, not working properly. So let's see how we operate those two systems. First of all, if the dialer is working, what you do is you go here to the voice sender status and you change the status. The system receives call from dial. Okay, then you're going to click on continue to dialer, which will pop up this window waiting for a call. Now when the dialer is working, what will happen? Very simple. A call will pop up. You don't need to do anything. The call will pop up automatically and the customer's details will pop up as well. Okay, we'll show you in a second how that window looks like. And then it's very simple. You just talk to the customer, do whatever you need to do. We'll see it in a second and continue on. Let's say that the dialer is not working. Dialer is disconnected for some reason. We'll need to do manual calling. What we will do is we'll go here to the voice center status again. We'll change it to system export manual calls. Now we need to choose a campaign. The dialer has a campaign already integrated inside, so you don't need to choose a separate campaign. Here in this case you will need manual calling. Let's just choose this campaign. Just click here and then you click here, continue to call. Now this is the screen you're going to see. Now this is also the screen that you will see when the automatic dialer is working. Okay, it's exactly same screen. This is the customer screen. This is where we see the customer's details. This is where we're going to do most of our work. Now let's break it down. Let's see what we have here. First of all, you see you have the customer's name, phone number. When we are doing manual calling, we will just click on this blue button here and the phone will ring to this customer. Okay, and now we want to record the call. We spoke to Andy. Something happened obviously in this conversation. Andy might be interested, he might be not interested, he didn't answer us. Something happened and we want to log it, to mark it, so we will know what happened here. How do we do it? Very simple. There's a drop down menu here in the call result. Okay, and we will open the drop down menu. This is our options. First option, interested. Andy is interested, how good for us, very happy. What we need to do is very simple. We will click on interested. Here in the comments section, we will write interested. Okay, the reason that we write it down here as well is to prevent mistakes. Okay, because sometimes, especially when we are new to this, we are marking interested when it's not interested, or not interested when it is interested. So this tells me that you actually meant it. Okay, that Andy is really interested. This is not a mistake. So I will mark interested here. I will write interested here, and then I'll just save and move to the next call. And then the next client will pop up. If you're in automatic dialer, it will dial automatically. If you're manual calling, it will pop up like this, and you need to call using that button again. Okay? So that is interested. Let's say that Andy is not interested. In that case, all I need to do, very simple, not interested, and save and move to the next call. You don't need to write and explain why Andy is not interested. Doesn't matter. Okay? Just not interested, save, move to the next call, and that's it. No answer. I call this number, Andy's number, nobody's answering, maybe I got a voicemail, okay? All I need to do is I need to put in no answer and save, move to the next call. What will happen with this number? It will just be delayed for another day, okay? Tomorrow somebody will call it again. But right now, this number will not appear again today. Follow-up. Follow-up basically means that I spoke to Andy, Andy answered the phone, but Andy is very, very busy right now. He can't talk right now. And he wants me to call him back, or I want to call him back. So first of all, I will put in a follow-up. Then here where it says follow-up, I will choose the date, for instance, 18th of May. And this is really important. We need to choose the hour and the minute where we want to call Andy, okay? For instance, 10 a.m. You need to put hours and minutes. Okay, otherwise this won't work. Here in the comments section, I will write anything that seems to be relevant when I call him back. For instance, he just got married, so he wants me to call him back in 2 weeks after his honeymoon. So I want to call him back and wish him congratulations, right? So, and ask him how was his honeymoon. So I will write it here. Let's say I spoke to Andy and I started to tell him about our script. And he cut me off in the middle, said, listen, I'm very busy, it's interesting, but I'm busy right now, call me back tomorrow. I want to write down exactly what I told Andy. This is really important, okay? So here in the comment section, I will write anything that seems relevant to me when I call him back again. And then again, I'll just save and move to the next call. Now, when we open this drop-down menu, as you can see, these three results are in red and those are not. Why is that? Very simple. Guys, when I mark someone as not interested, that means that he's not interested in this specific offer. FM Trader. Now, maybe tomorrow we'll have a new customer, new client that deals in cars or real estate or glasses or cell phones or I don't know what. And maybe Andy will be interested in one of those things. It could be. Okay? So I want to offer him. I want to be able to call him and offer him something else. So when I mark it as not interested, what that does, it only means that he's not interested in this. Okay? But if I write here foreign language, and this is important, remember this please. FM Trader only offers the services in English. No other language, not Russian, not French, not Arabic, not Hebrew, only English. When I'll mark foreign language here, okay, first of all, and then I will change the language here, see? I will change the language. That means that right now, this is going to be deleted from our records, okay? Because we only deal in English right now, okay? So that's foreign language, any language that it's not Hebrew. Invalid means that the phone number is disconnected. Bear in mind that this can only happen when you call manually, okay? Because an automatic dialer will skip invalid numbers. And removal is when the customer asks us to remove his name from our records. We will honor that request and we will do it, okay? That's the call results. Here we have general information. First of all, change name. Now this is important, so pay attention. Let's say I call this number and I ask for Andy. And somebody is answering me. He says, yeah, this is Mike. Andy can't come to the phone right now. He's in the shower. So I say, okay, hi Mike, how are you? My name is Itai, I'm from FM Trader. I want to have a great offer for you. We start talking. Now Mike is interested. Problem is that I'm talking to Mike on Andy's phone, right? We can't call Mike on Andy's phone. What we will do is you'll send me Mike's phone number and name. I will upload it to the system. You will call Mike again on the right record. Just do a very short conversation with him, just go over the essentials, and you'll put interested on Mike. Andy's account, that depends. If you will speak to Andy, so it depends what happened on the call. He's interested, he's not interested. If you didn't get a chance to talk to him, with a follow-up, or even not an answer, so you can call him back again tomorrow. Okay? But don't put interested on Andy if you spoke to Mike. Now, the other option is that I call this number, and Mike answers, and Mike tells me that this is his phone, and he might not even know who the hell is Andy. This is Mike's phone. So I said, okay, great. Hi, Mike. My name is Ty, different trader. We start talking. Mike is interested. Then I will flag interested here. I will put interested, write interested in the comments, and I will change the name to Mike. Okay? Change gender is if it's a male or female, obviously. Change the language, we already saw. Next thing we need to know about our CRM is the time card. Time card is your way of telling me when you worked and how many hours you have worked and which campaign you have worked. Okay, now it's important to remember that right now this CRM only knows Israel time. If you don't know Israel time, or ask me or Google it up. Okay, you need to put in the hours Israel time. It's a very simple process. You just put in your starting time and your end time. You choose the right campaign that you worked on. If you worked on 2 campaigns, then you just put 2 different reports. For instance, from 10 to 12, I was working on Canada, and from 2 to 4, I was working on Australia. Okay, and just add. That's your time card. Here you can see exactly how many hours have you logged. It's very important. Remember that in order to get your commissions, you need to log 100% of your hours. You can see today, yesterday, last week, this month, and so on and so forth. You can choose dates. You can have all the campaigns. Search. It will show you exactly how many hours you have worked. Shifts. Shifts is very important too. Like we said, every Wednesday you need to give me your shifts for next week. This is how it's done. Again, Israel time. Just choose the date you want to work. Wednesday from 1 to 6. Okay? Add. If you want to work a split shift, it's okay, no problem. You just choose again 1 to 3. Add, and then again 6 to 7. Add. Okay? That's it. Very simple. Here you can see your shifts will be entered. Last thing we have on our CRM is representative data. Here we are very pro transparency. We want you to be able to know and see exactly how well you're doing, to see exactly how much success rate you have, how many people have answered you, how many dollars you have. This is your stats. This is where you can see everything exactly like I see it. You don't need me to tell you how well you are doing. You can see it by yourself. It's all in here. Okay, right now obviously there's no stats here because this is not a real account. But here again you can choose dates, or you can choose a certain day, and then you just click search and all the stats will appear here. This is our CRM. It is really simple to handle. You get the hang of it really fast. Everyone has, when you will start, you get a link to it with a username and password, and I guarantee you that you'll manage it in no time. So thank you very much for your time and for your listening, and I will see you in the next training session.